First step, turn your power off to the coffee machine. Second step, turn your water off. This is a must when you're doing this job. Make sure the water is completely off. The blue tape represents 1 and 2. Now, first step is to loosen using the 12mm spanner or a shifter if you've got one. Loosen it, and then by hand you should be able to undo it. Once undone, slide it off, push the nut back, and you'll see the flange. You can pull the nut forward and pull it over. Make sure you put the nut aside into a cup so you don't lose it. Repeat the process for both ends. Circled in red is what the flange should look like once you've resealed it. You'll need to get some hot water and sit the Teflon tube, the new tube that I gave you, into it for about 30 seconds, just to soften it up so it seeds on the joint properly. Make sure that you put the nut on the Teflon tube before you seed it on. You'll need to slide it in where the arrow is all the way to the end. This enables it for it to seal and flare up so it has a good seal. Repeat the process for both ends and just slide it on. You can twist it, but having it hot will make it a lot easier to get on. Then using your hands, just tighten the nut up until you can't tighten it up, and make sure that it's nice and easy to go on. If it feels tight, it means it's not sitted right, so you might thread it. So make sure that you do it up by hand. Make sure that it's sealed in properly. Undo it again, push it back on again, and then redo it up again. This will just enable it to flare out really nicely so that you get a good seal. Then using your 12mm spanner or a shifter just to tighten that back up. Make sure you do it all the way until you can't do it anymore, and then just nip it 1mm just to make sure that it's tight. Repeat the process for both ends. Make sure that you put the nut on the Teflon tube prior to you doing it. If you need to put some more hot water, have it in a cup so you can dip it back in to soften it up. Make sure it's pushed all the way on again, and then tighten the nut up. Make sure it's completely tightened until it has no more resistance, and then just nip it up 1 more mil. Now just do a double check on your joints, make sure they're nipped up, and then turn your machine on, leave the top off to make sure you check for leaks. Good luck.